was a high school athlete a little bit. I was okay. Went in the military after college and stayed in shape. And then as soon as I got out of the military, I kind of just stopped. So I didn't do anything for probably 10, 15 years. So my wake up call, I went to the doctor and I was put on high blood pressure medicine, gout medicine, high cholesterol medicine, and I was 37 years old. So I decided I needed to do something. So I tried going to a regular gym and didn't have any results there. And then after that, I looked around to try to find something that was more interesting to me and to keep me motivated, and started at ASF. So when I came here, first day, I almost died, I thought. Uh, when Tony kept checking on me to ask me every time we tried to run one round trip, he thought I was going to die. Uh, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do at that point, and finally I decided to stick with it and just see how I could do. So on and off for the last 5 years, I've been coming to ASF, and every time I get in pretty decent shape, I kind of think, oh, I can do this on my own, and I never do. So I've stuck with it now for the last couple of years consistently, and it's made a huge difference in my life. I've been up to as high as like 230 pounds, and now I'm like in the 190s. So it makes a huge difference, and put on a lot more muscle mass and lost a lot of fat. So it's been really good for me. Well, I do a lot of things to be active outside of adrenaline. So I kind of used adrenaline as a supplement. So the business, I started my own business last year, and it's a contracting business. So when I'm working in that, a lot of times I'm traveling and out of town, and it's a lot of activity in a short amount of time. But then I spend a lot of time in the car, and then when I get back, I have a leg in between jobs. So what I do is come to adrenaline to definitely supplement not being active at work at that point. Not being in an office is very helpful because I can come and go, and I don't have a sedentary time. I'm pretty much up and on the go all the time. The other thing we did is we bought a small farm, or I guess it's a farm, a gentleman farm, and pretty active with that. So, I purchased an activity tractor during one of the last few challenges, and it's not uncommon to get 18 to 25,000 steps in a day between just taking care of the animals and doing things around the house. A lot of times, bale hay and do a lot of things like that that are just active activities, and pretty much structure my life around that. So very, very seldomly do I sit in a house and do nothing, or sit in an office or anything like that. So my days are pretty active, and other than driving to my jobs, I would say I'm always on the go. So. So for me, a typical day is never typical. So if my kids are in school, a lot of times I'll take them to school. We live 45 minutes from here, so it's a pretty good haul. So I'll take them to school in the morning, and then I try to structure my work that's local around being able to come to Adrenaline. So a lot of times I won't start jobs until like 11 in the afternoon, and that way I can come take my kids to school, come to Adrenaline, and then I'll work a little bit later in the evening and pick them up after sports. So it makes it more consistent for me and gives me the ability to be here. I can still get all my work done, but I can also get a workout in, and it doesn't take any time away from my family. So that's kind of my challenge. Is I've got 3 kids, and the 3 kids are into different activities between cheerleading, uh, soccer, football, track, basketball. Every one of them is involved in at least 2 or 3 different activities. So that really keeps us on the go. But the way I'm able to do that is scheduling my work around the time that I need to come to Adrenaline. It's easy to make excuses and not be here. Especially for me, I drive 45 minutes each way to come here, and I just try to make it as a part of other things that I'm going to do, and try to schedule it. So it's very important to me to get here because I've noticed a huge difference in myself and my ability to do things and be active with my kids, and play sports with them and do things that I normally, probably 5 years ago, I couldn't have done. I think it's just learning to do the nutrition, and I think that's one of the big things that I've learned at Adrenaline is, yeah, working out is very important and it's good, but learning how to eat and what to eat and those sort of things has really made a difference in my life, especially traveling. Packing my own snacks and taking my own food with me rather than just stopping and picking up McDonald's or Wendy's on the way there. So it's made a big difference for me, and I've actually gotten compliments on some of the work that I've done that they can't believe somebody my age, which I don't think is that old, is able to be as active as I am. So I think it's it's definitely been a big benefit for me in the ability to start my company and also to be able to have fun with my kids and run around and do the things that I can do now.